So you have done all the definitions? Read all?
Yes, sir.
Good. As and when the option comes, whenever the need comes, not option, rather need comes, again, I'll explain you the definitions. Okay, right now, moving with the next concept. And today we are doing chapter number 2. In this, we have section 3 to section 6. Section 3 is classes of officers, section 4 is appointment, section 5 is powers, and section 6 is entrustment of functions of the board and custom officer to other officers. These are 4 sections, and then the next chapter comes. So section 3, this is classes of officers of the customs. So prima facie, when you read the section, you will find as if these are the designations. But actually, these are not the designations. These may be designations as well. But these are not exclusively the designation. These are classes. Designation may be something altogether different. Right? Say, for example, here it is at the Principal Director General of Revenue Intelligence. What is his rank? His rank is Principal Chief Commissioner. His rank is Principal Chief Commissioner. Okay, so these are the classes. These are not the designations. And here we are referring the officers of customs. We are not talking about the adjudicating authorities. Out of these, A to I, A to J, or rather something more, A to K, these 2 are not the adjudicating authorities. I have already given you this in advance. Adjudicating authority means the officers who are authorized to take decisions and to pass orders regarding compliance of the provisions of the Act, they are referred as adjudicating authority. And once they have given the decision, and if the person is aggrieved, he can certainly file an appeal. So the role of Principal Commissioner of Appeals or Commissioner of Appeals begins only where the role of adjudicating authority ends. These 2 categories of officers have no role unless there is an order by which somebody is aggrieved. Is this a statement clear? These 2 officers have no role unless there is an order passed by adjudicating authority. Somebody is aggrieved by that order. And number 3, he files an appeal. When all 3 requirements are satisfied, only then there's some role for the Principal Commissioner of Appeals or the Commissioner of Appeals. Otherwise, there is no role. Okay. So these classes, if you remember, good enough. If you don't remember, not a problem. You may miss 1 or 2 questions on this. So the highest officer in as far as this is concerned, this is the Principal Chief Commissioner of Customs or Principal Chief Commissioner of Customs Preventive or Principal Director General of Revenue Intelligence. These are A to K. These are so many clauses are there. If you can remember, good enough. Otherwise, just read and skip. Right. But one thing we have to understand, who is the proper officer? In so many sections, you will find a proper officer. Who's the proper officer?
Officer appointed for the purpose.
Not appointed. Officer who's authorized to exercise that power.
Yes.
Right. In so many sections, you will find that designation or the class of officer is already mentioned there. Say, for example, under the CBLR, Custom Broker Licensing Regulation, the prime thing for you. Who's authorized to issue the license?
Principal Commissioner of Custom, Commissioner of
PCC or CC?
Either Commissioner or Principal Commissioner.
Principal. Yes, sir.
Right. And who's authorized to issue the photo identity card?
DC or AC.
STDC.
Right. So when it is already mentioned therein, no other officer can be authorized for this purpose. On the contrary, when nothing is given, simply the word proper officer is given, then it is the discretion of the central board or the commissioner to whom they delegate the power. Right? By delegation, there is no transfer of authority. Delegation means what? If you are responsible for something in your office and you delegate the function to somebody else, do you transfer your responsibility or not? What
For the
happens?
time. For the time being,
Responsibility is never transferred by delegation. Responsibility is never transferred. And this mistake is committed by many people in the career. They are authorized to delegate, they delegate the function and they believe that the responsibility is also transferred. No, responsibility is not transferred. You continue to be responsible for that function. Only you are getting the work done through somebody else. So who's the proper officer? Proper officer is the officer who is authorized to exercise the power, either by virtue of it being mentioned in the act or by virtue of power being delegated to him by central board or by the commissioner or principal commissioner. Is this clear? Who's the proper officer? Okay. Now, who appoints? This is very, very important section. Who makes the appointment of these officers? Subsection 1 says the board may appoint such persons as they think fit to be officers of customs. So which category of officer they are talking about?
Principal Chief Commissioner of Customs, Commissioner of Customs, and below the rank of Assistant Commissioner of Customs.
Subsection में कुछ लिखा है. It simply says officers of customs. No designation is mentioned, no class is mentioned. So central board is empowered to appoint any class of officers. Any class. Right? But when you read the subsection 2, this is something different. The right of the board is there. But under subsection 2, what is said is that without prejudice to the provisions of subsection 1, what is the meaning of this line?
Without impacting the power of board.
Without impacting the power of board. Correct. Right? The board may authorize a principal commissioner or the chief commissioner or the principal commissioner or the commissioner or the joint commissioner or a deputy commissioner to appoint officers of customs below the rank of assistant commissioner of customs. This is the board may authorize. Not necessarily board is authorizing here. Board may authorize. So when they are authorized, they will be referred as proper officer for that purpose. So as far as section 4 is concerned, this talks about appointment of whom? Officers of
Customs.
Customs, right?
To watch full video, join online batch weekdays 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Call TAIL Institute.